My name's Claire Nadaf. I'm an Associate Professor in Workforce Development at London South Bank University. So my main role is looking after our workforce development portfolio, managing our contract with Health Education England for that portfolio, and managing our stakeholders, our partners out in the NHS. LSBU is one of the largest providers of workforce development, or CPD, in the UK. We needed a system that supported all of our activities, so from the student applying through to the NHS Trust approving the funding for that activity, through to processing the application, admitting the students, enrolling the students, and being able to report once the students had start against some quite complex reporting requirements. So I think there's a number of that, because we see this as a journey for three people. So for the student initially, really easy to be able to apply. The student sets up their own account, so should they come back and apply again, it's really simple for them. And they can log in at any time, which allows them to see what's happening with their application and where they're at. That has actually decreased the number of calls from our students significantly since we've been using Wozzad, because they're really well informed. From NHS Trust or employer perspective, they have complete control of the system. So they can see who they've approved, they can choose the budget that they want to approve that person's funding against. Nobody can slip through the net from their perspective. So from an application and approval perspective, that works brilliantly for them. But also they can see someone's attendance, they can see what they got in their assessment, so they'll be able to pick up on any students that have been referred or maybe struggling, and it's live, it's at their fingertips, and it's stopped us from having to monthly report to them, so they're really getting the information as live as possible. So again, stopping a manual process. So from an LSBU perspective, I think our administrators would agree it's made their life wholeheartedly much easier, a lot less manual processing, a lot less questions, and a lot less lost applications, which is what happens when you have paper applications. From my perspective, that reporting is superb, because I can answer any questions, I've got the information at my fingertips, and actually I can access it anywhere I like. I spend my job every day out in the NHS Trust. I'm very rarely in my office. I can log in on my laptop, on my iPad, on my phone, and be able to access that information to be able to respond to any queries. I think all my trusts wouldn't mind me saying they all love it. They all say we wished every university used this system, because everything's there at their fingertips. There's no paper applications that get lost, there's no signatures, there's no confirmation of sponsorship letters that they have to write, because everything is done through the system. So all of those processes are online. So everyone that's used it loves it. And they are really, in London, trying to push all the other trusts to use it. What Wozzad has done is enabled us to get rid of multiple systems that were working in silos here at the university, and put a lot of those into Wozzad. So there's a huge amount of work goes on there, from application, approval, processing of the application, to enrolment, to being able to report. So we couldn't have all of those in one system before. It links with our student record system, and it really enables us to streamline our processes a lot better and have a lot less manual intervention. As we know, with manual intervention comes mistakes, so we're able to decrease the amount of mistakes and ensure the information that we've got is accurate. absolutely reduce the silos. All universities use multiple systems, we know that. We've definitely been able to reduce those different systems for different purposes. Whether we'll ever get to one single system is another thing. The Wozzad development team are lovely. On a professional level, they're, you know, really responsive, very, very flexible. Even now, this far down the line, we often think up, oh, actually, if we could do this, this would help. So we want changes in the system. They listen to us, they're very approachable about changes that would happen, and we're able to create those changes together. So very much consulting together, collaborating to see how that change would work best for us. They have a system where we can get support really, really quickly. They answer that really quickly. And so can our NHS trusts. So actually, if they have problems, they can contact Wozzad directly if it's related to the system, which stops us being the people in between, which sometimes delays their response rate.